Well, we're at not Prison Pizza. But we are in Deer Lodge, Montana. And that's the first prison from Montana that we're going to take a tour of in a while. Well, we're going into the first old Montana prison. There's Jess escaping. Let me get you. Oh, you're going to be the cop? There she is. But actually, that's her true self. Now that's crazy. These spikes on this wheel. That's just a tractor. It says it's a Fordson. The crank. The front row has some kind of metal ridge.
Oh yeah. How many do we have on this trip? 8. 8? Yes. Old people, young people? Oh, I'll never do it again, Grandpa.
Oh
no,
my
I can't
God.
say I didn't do it again, but I never got caught at anything until I was 19. It took them 14 years to catch me.
Getting caught, right? Is that... So your first 9 convicts got here yesterday in 1871.
Yesterday was the anniversary of our first.
Wow, for the 100 years?
150 something.
Wow.
The reason,
Were you born here?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was born in the old Catholic hospital up on the hill.
Wow.
From my mom.
Can I film you?
Sure, I don't care. From I don't want to break the camera. From my mom's bedroom window, you could look down and see where the convicts used to play baseball. The trustees played baseball here in the parking lot where the prison cow is and the trains. But from the hospital, you can see that baseball diamond. My mom used to watch them play baseball when I was being born.
And you've been in Deer Lodge all of your life?
Until 1971, and then I got drafted.
Drafted.
And I went overseas. There was no jobs when I came back, and I came back in 2003. Last 10 years I work at Nike. I made the Bubbles and Nike's tennis shoes.
Wow.
They paid me $60,000 a year to make tennis shoes.
That's good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's excellent wages.
Absolutely.
And where's the Nike factory?
Beaverton, Oregon. Yeah. The only problem with Beaverton, Oregon is there's too many people.
Yeah. For sure.
It's kind of strange. When I was in Beaverton, they think I'm a redneck, and I come home here and they all think I'm a liberal. And I don't think I've changed any. It's just the amount of the culture that you live in.
Uh-huh. Can I ask how old you are?
60. I'll be 66 October.
Oh, my goodness.
Actually, Halloween is my birthday.
Oh.
I'll be 66.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Well, and that's the other thing. I like my birthday, October 31st. They cooked Mr. Cheadle to death in a solitary confinement chamber. The same one they put me in when I was a little boy. In 1967. 10 years later, they cooked Mr. Cheadle to death in that same solitary confinement chamber. After they took his body out and did the autopsy, 3 hours after the autopsy, his internal organs were still 30 degrees above the ambient temperature.
Oh my God.
That's how hot it got in there. That's how his skin was like leather.
So it was an accident that they cooked him.
Yeah, kind of. Well, he was an incorrigible. They didn't like him very much.
I see.
And what it was is he didn't want to be. They were doing a shakedown of the prison. He didn't want to be with the other prisoners. He wanted to be isolated. Come to find out, he had some heroin. And what happened is they beat him with a stick unconsciously. Wouldn't have to guard him. He woke up, took the heroin. With the heat, the heroin, and the beating, the synergistic effect killed him.
But they were probably happy, huh? They didn't have to deal with him anymore?
Never had to deal with him again. And that's about the best thing about some of these prisoners.
Thank you for letting us film. It's for my son's YouTube channel. It's okay, you're the star.
And Marquise, he knows all the stories I know.
Crazy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we've entered the prison. This is something. I don't know what it is. What do you think, Jess? Ford?
Yeah.
Wooden spokes on the wheels?
Is it a Model A?
I don't know.
I think it's Model A. But look, it's the hand crank. So you would, and that would get the engine kicking.
Okay. So the prison tour starts here. We actually entered in. We're inside the actual day yard. Get the metal detectors.
Oh Lord. This is where it all started. Fiasco.
Oh, the fiasco. Oh, we better not say their name. Anyway, somebody came here 5 years ago metal detecting in the prison yard and turned into some crazy stuff going on here because of somebody using a metal detector. So here's a fire engine. Wooden spoke wheels. The walls are amazing in themselves. It's amazing. And the guard towers.
Here you go, Becky. Look at this. Is this the description? Can I steal this?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, okay, so Jess has got the paperwork. We don't want to bore you, but it looks like there's a lot going on here. I don't know what the cement thing is here.
Look at the little door.
Okay, there's a tiny door in this big center of this thing. This looks like if you really blew it once you're inside the prison. I filmed this earlier. Gold was discovered here in '62. It caused everybody to come here of good and bad character. They picked Deer Lodge for the new territorial prison. Money caused some problems. The first convict was received here on July 2nd, 1871, which was yesterday. Although it's 2018. And they actually kept people here until 1979. Okay, so the little door we saw was actually cells that were a giant red brick. This slab held 1 million cells, but I guess it all fell down in a '59 earthquake. So then they built something else on it, and it has in the past fallen down also in an earthquake.
And so the walls are the oldest existing structure. It's sandstone. It was built by convict labor and locally quarried stone. The wall replaced a 12-foot high wooden fence. The wall now is 24 feet high, 3 feet thick at the top, and 4.5 at the bottom. The wall extends 4 feet underground. No inmate was ever successful at tunneling, although quite a few tried. If the inmates crossed this line without authorization, the guard posted at Tower 7 could shoot them. Look at the tiny house, the bird houses. That's a Quest thing. Look at them. The tiny bird houses look like houses up there.
Why? All right, so we have a detail on the top of the old. They're tiny bird houses. How funny. They probably had a Birdman of Deer Lodge. I can't keep the camera still. So I don't know. I don't know.
Tower 7, when the wall was extended north in 1911, Tower 7 became the main entrance of the prison. All inmates, guards, and visitors entered and departed through these doors. Directly above this room is the guard station. These doors were opened with a key which was lowered on a rope from the tower above. After unlocking and entering the tower and locking the door, the key was returned on a rope that was lowered through a hole in the ceiling. Then a second key was lowered to open the second door. All 3 doors had separate keys. The trapdoor in the floor of the lower room in Tower 7, closest to the street, leads to surveillance tunnels. These tunnels provide access to the gun ports overlooking the kitchen, shower area, and dining hall, and provide the only access to the circular guard cage and the catwalks used by the guards in the cell house. There's a bird's nest built in the spotlight when we come around.
Oh. There's an old water pump. They probably said, get on out there and get yourself a drink. See? Ooh. I don't think it's still hooked up, but there's where they got a drink. The sandstone is incredible. Each piece is... I don't want to bore you too much.
When you got too old for alcohol, we found out it's tougher here, so we got a bus ticket. You got off the bus, went to the first bar, went in, ordered a beer, armed robbery, was great for the weekend, and got in the rest of the bar, one of my favorites, you get a chance to go to the section right there, they got a 15-year-old.
One of the guard cages inside the building. Some old actual paperwork. This is a rounded cage to the wall thing. This is obviously a visiting room. And So the prisoners were able to be there. And as it was, job placement office in case anybody's unemployed out there. This door is so heavy. Here's a job placement office. Old Underwood typewriter. Here's some people called Stripes. And broad stripes were worn at the turn of the century during the World War II period. Warden Conley introduced military-inspired cadet cloth uniforms. He could bring that hairdo back.
Said before. Put it that one right here.
Underwood. This looks like administrative switchboard. Social service supervisor. Look at these old Remington Rand. Gladys Lightfoot.
Here's a bunch of them. There's the dock. But when I was at first step one, you know, put the head over here, put this leather thing we put over him, and make a couple of a lot of people will watch.
Police evidence, fraud, felony, bail, crime, trial, parole, abuse, swindle, convict, judge, bootleg, gallows, graft, loot, misdeed, law, kidnap, noose, constitutionality, outlaw, inquest, arson, grand jury, and it goes on and on and on, and ends with arraignment, confiscate, and stooling. What you find in there, Jess, besides
Nothing.
some asbestos? No.
Nothing yet.
We don't know what this might be.
That's a
Photographer.
camera.
This is a camera for taking pictures of the
Inmates.
inmates. Hello. So, there's Jess. They're not going to let her out. This is all artwork.
Cigarette pack weavings.
Oh, cigarette pack weavings. Art done by the inmates, I guess.
Horsehair brushes.
Oh, that's nice up there.
Oh, look at this. It's a hobby permit. The privilege of having the hobby permit of blank is granted to inmate blank number blank. The aforementioned inmate certifies he has read and understands the hobby rules and regulations and realizes violation of them may result in loss of all hobby privileges.
Confiscated smoking apparatus donated by a guard that worked here forever and ever.
Check that out, a speaker made out of a
A speaker made out of Vanessa's Quick Deal. That one looks like gold and silver, Jess. See that arrowhead one?
Yeah, it does. Look at this. They're stingers. They were used to heat coffee or water so they can make coffee.
The rope was contraband. That looks positively scary. Okay, here's your
Doctor's office.
doctor office in case you had a cough or a cold.
Bone saw.
Bone saw.
Ooh, look at the tissue biopsy one.
Tissue biopsy one. Oh Lord.
Bladder drainage. Oh my gosh.
Bladder drainage. Hardwood handle. Bone saw. Wooden handled surgical curette. Okay, there's this little black bag over there. Loving the little white chair there. Oh, there's the dentist office. Okay. Looked like it was pretty serious here. Get on in there. Okay. Major escape plot smashed. 1959 riot. The inmates seized the rifles of 2 prison guards and proceeded to take 23 hostages. Deputy Warden Theodore Roth was shot and killed. How we broke the Montana prison riot. Ooh, there's quite a gun there or something.
That's a gas gun.
Oh, okay. The attempt ended in the early hours of April 18th when the National Guard stormed the prison under the cover of a bazooka. Inmates Miles and Smart were found dead in the northwest tower of the 1912 cell house, a result of murder and suicide. And thus ended the riot of 1959. Wasn't it the year the earthquake was gone? So let's see if we can get out here.
62.
Bad chance. Get the camera out here. So here's the back side of the prison. The door open, but the gate won't. Of course, you're in prison. They won't let us have the metal detectors, but I'm not sure the prisoners would have had anything of value anyway.